Joint mobilization. Our aim with this is to provide space within the joint so it can move freely. First, we'll focus on hallux mobilization. Why this is important is because if we can't get 70 degrees range of motion in this joint, a lot of compensations happen. We need to be able to toe off and load in this plane. If we can't get that, we'll see the foot pivot, the ankle is affected, the alignment of the knee and the hip, and then also the core and the lower back. So it's very important to open up this joint and let it move smoothly with quality of motion. So to mobilize our hallux, we want to create joint space. So we're going to stabilize the bone opposite it, which is called your first ray, and we're going to grasp the big toe or your hallux. You're going to pull these 2 points away from one another and take this toe through that dorsiflexion and that plantar flexion. Really important to have good range in these two positions. What this would look like on my own foot as I go through the mobilization is I grasp that first ray, I then grasp the hallux, I pull the joints open, and then I go through coming forward or down and all the way back, so plantar and dorsiflexion. Now, our toes, our joints don't just move in one direction. We want to make sure they can move in all of their directions, which means that quality of motion. So again, keep grasping and stabilizing the first ray, and we mobilize the hallux now by twisting, distract the joint and twist, then distract the joint and move and slide in abduction and adduction, which means adding closer to the other toes and abducting away from the other toes. Okay, so from right to left. And last of all, we lift the big toe up and all the way down, again stabilizing the first ray and mobilizing the hallux. When we can get good range of motion in that joint, then the muscles can move effectively through their full contraction and relaxation. So we need to make sure we've got good range in the joint first so that the muscles can then pull and push and do their thing. If this joint is out of alignment and we continue to walk in this position because we don't have range, this is where we get the osteoarthritis. This is where we get the bunion formation. So you want to make sure you're working on mobilizing this joint so that you can get its full range of motion.